Now, remember what I told you guys that, everybody was like, well, Tommy, you picking on Canelo and goddamn it, say he's great, like that, whatever. I respect you, but I hold your feet to the flame too. And I'm being honest with you. All right? It's one of the things that with Terrence Bud Crawford, if Terrence Bud fuck up, I hold his feet to the flame. If Smith Jr. fucked up, I hold his feet to the flame. Okay? I don't have no legions with a box. I don't. I really don't. I respect your accomplishments, but if you out of line and you do, I hold the feet to the flame. That's just how my channel work. All right. Now, you remember I told you guys about that about that contract with the Zone and with the Zone and Oz De La Hoya and all this other stuff. This what got the ball rolling with Canelo start picking motherfuckers on that level. All right. Now, I'm letting you guys know this now. Go back to Bruce Vane video when he was explaining the contract with the Zone and Golden Boy. You gonna see what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's one reason why when Oscar was gonna fight Hammer McGill, that this 2 fights back when he fought Hammer McGill. You remember out there Hoya set his ass in that damn chair and he was chilling, and then when out there Hoya got up and said, well, Golden Boy made Canelo what he is or whatever. And when he got pissed off at Oscar and said, you stole money from me, motherfucker, like that. Talk about that part. Now, I'm going to shut the fuck up. I want y'all to listen to what Bruce Vane said about that contract.
Went up in weight. He gave us the Bivol fight. He was reaching for greatness and all that. I holler bullshit. Take that crap over to somebody who's going to feed into that and is down with your fanboy narratives. I pay attention to what's going on in fucking boxing. I know exactly what's going on. So can't nobody come and try to get me to give somebody props for something that I know that they didn't want to do in the first place. Okay? So I'm finna tell y'all right now why y'all got the Bivol fight in the first place. And it wasn't for the reasons that they like to tell you Canelo pursued it. It wasn't because Canelo was chasing no fucking greatness. So, you ain't got to believe me. Pull your chair up, take a seat, and pay attention, because I'm finna break the whole thing down. I'm finna take their soul today. So, you guys say Canelo took on Bivol because he was challenging greatness, right? Okay, watch this. All right, let's start from the beginning. Okay? Golden Boy strikes up a deal with DAZN to sign Canelo for $365 million. Okay?
Y'all see that? For 5 years, $365 million minimum with the Zone, with Golden Boy Promotions. Remember that shit. And remember that now. For 11 fights. And 3 of those 11 fights was the Triple G 3 fights that they really, really wanted. Now, I'm going to go ahead and shut the fuck up.
Zone agrees to pay Oscar De La Hoya $40 million per Canelo fight. Canelo gets $35 million. Golden Boy gets $5 million. Okay? Now the problem comes into play when DAZN got in bed with Canelo. They thought Canelo was the real thing for the most part. They didn't know until they got into business with Canelo that Canelo was an artificial champion cherry picking on the elite level. They didn't know that until they got in bed with him. Okay? So the problem comes into play with DAZN and Canelo Alvarez is they didn't like the opponents that Canelo Alvarez was choosing because they couldn't recoup the money that they put down on Canelo Alvarez. If somebody's willing to pay you $365 million, how much money do you think that they're expecting to get back?
Double.
Right? So, Canelo has a long history of fighting people that don't nobody want to fucking see. Okay, it really starts to get on people's radar during the Vane or Daron fight. Okay, that's a fight that nobody wanted. That's a fight that people.
Y'all remember this fight right here? You remember when he fought Hyman Ugadom? And everybody said that supposed to been they been a Benavidez mandatory. Remember that shit? Now everybody was like, "Oh well, that's Hyman Ugadom is David Benavidez mandatory when he was WBC champion." But remember, you remember how Mauricio Suleiman be lying and all this other stuff? Even Mauricio Suleiman, the president of WBC, fucked around and said, "Oh, I ain't got nothing to do with that." No, Canelo petitioned for that fight.
Criticized Canelo Alvarez for. Of course, Canelo Alvarez fanboys came out and say he has to. This is his mandatory, whatever, or whatnot. Turned out that was a lie. Mauricio Suleiman revealed that no, we didn't make him fight. Daryl. Canelo requested. Okay, so keep this in mind. The so-called number one pound for pound fighter, the so-called $365 million fighter, requests to fight a fighter coming off of a fucking loss who nobody knows and doesn't have a fucking name. Okay?
Came off of a loss. Hyman Ugadom have not fought in 2 fucking years after that goddamn loss. And then there was the first fight, this nigga fought Hyman Ugadom and Rocky Fielding. 2 fighters nobody did give 2 fucks about.
Nobody wanted to see that fight. To the point when he had a fight, the whole boxing world was in outrage. Everybody hollered mismatch to the point Mauricio Suleiman, crooked ass, had to release a statement saying, I need to review the mandatory process because we can't have no more mismatches like this. This is what they said about Canelo Alvarez. Just to go to show you, Canelo Alvarez has an affinity to fight people who majority of boxing world don't want to fucking see, okay? And DAZN then had this problem with Canelo Alvarez, so I hope you're following me, all right?
Keep going.
Now comes in the Rocky Fielding fight, okay? Once again, that's not a fight that DAZN wants, okay? So DAZN pays Oscar De La Hoya a reduced licensing fee, and for the Rocky Fielding fight, Canelo Alvarez only gets paid $15 million, which probably